Members of the Opposite Sex. I'm your host, Tasha Ray, and we're back for part 2 of The X Factor. If you haven't listened to part 1 of this episode, I definitely invite you to go check that out. And for those of you who have listened to part 1, we're going to go ahead and jump right into part 2 of the Red Flag Game with Mark, Brittany, and Drew. Now to the episode. So, for the Red Flag Game, I'm just going to ask you guys 5 questions. And you just let me know if this is a red flag for you. So if this is a hard, a deal breaker, you let me know. I'm going to read off the scenarios. So the first scenario. So would it be a red flag if the person you're dating is still close friends or in consistent communication with an ex?
Do they have a child by this person?
That's a good question.
Even if they don't.
Okay, excluding the child thing, so that actually makes sense.
I mean, because that means they would have to, because, you know, if you're communicating with somebody and you don't have to.
It's constant though, right? You said constant communication?
Yeah, it's consistent communication.
Just I'm good.
She talking
if
to her,
ain't got no kids,
she's talking to him.
Red flag.
If ain't no kids involved, well, you said an ex, not the last one. Oh, man. You know what?
Constant communication, constant. Not every now and then. Constant communication, like right.
Drew,
Yeah,
that's a red flag.
Yeah, nah. You said constant. You're right. Constant. Nah, we're good. Yeah.
Why?
Flag.
What? Why constant? Why y'all still talking? What's this comfortability all of a sudden?
Maybe they realized they were just better off as friends. Like some situations, you realize.
How long?
Does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did they sleep with each other?
I mean, if you're in a relationship, that usually, yeah, probably.
No, what do y'all need to talk about?
They was just going together. They wasn't like together. Remember when you was with them, but y'all was together?
The answer is no then, because y'all should have realized y'all were better off as friends before y'all became more than friends. So,
well, sometimes you try
unless you try.
Negates all future friendship.
Look, every clothing store has a dressing room. What? You see something, say, I don't know if it's better off on the rack or let me go ahead and try it on real quick. So you take your shirt in.
I don't be trying on my clothes. I order from Fashion Nova, so I just get it.
And then you leave the house, you don't ever try them on before you walk out?
Nobody's go outside like that. I think it's a red flag. There's no reason for y'all to be in constant communication.
Yeah.
You could talk to me. I'm your friend.
Yeah, but see, I'm too old for this question.
Why?
Because I do have people in my life that at one point in time we had been more than, and we still cool to this day. Now we ain't talking every day.
Right, but that's being cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I even have like, you know, I feel like I probably got about 2 or 3 people like say they my friend though, even though we've been beyond. Now we might not be talking right now, but it doesn't mean that it's not a possibility to spend time with them or be around them. Like y'all, we gotta stop all this. Yeah,
I don't think that that's a problem.
I think it's definitely a yellow flag.
To me, constant is you're talking to them every single day. You're in constant communication with them. Now, if you're just talking to them every once in a while, then by all means, do your thing. But constant? Nah, that's weird.
I don't have that.
You might as well go fuck each other at that point. Again. Like, just go be together.
Constant. No for the constant.
Yeah, no for the constant. I agree.
Yeah, constant is key. What's the opposite word right there? I can't, yeah. Because you don't want somebody who's like toxic at every ex either, and they got this whole this vitriol for everybody ever been with. It's like, hold up, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I would hope there's some sort of healthy level of, you know, whatever. But yeah, constantly, hey, what's up, big head? Good morning.
You supposed to talk to me constant. I'm talking to that person.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Imagine if you walk into the room and your girl on the phone. I'm on the phone, man. It's like, what? For what? And they having a regular conversation. Are you so silly? I'm on speakerphone. Nah, all this silliness going on.
Okay, let me monitor this conversation.
Got to monitor that you should leave.
Yeah, that's real.
You feel that way? That's that.
I was just joking, y'all.
Joking. You gotta stop.
Mark. One thing about me, I'm 35 at this point, okay? Back in the day, I was crazy. I used to do some dumb shit. The way I am today, if I gotta do all that, just leave me alone. I don't want to be crying in a Honda or anything like that. I don't.
All right, so look, at least you get to cry in the car. 'Cause women in New York be crying on the train or in the taxi cab, but 'cause then they got cars in New York. So waiting for a stop, like, all right, I'm on the Q train. I'm on the Q train.
Listen, life is hard.
Listen, Tasha, you've been international. I've seen you. I was like, wow. I'm over here in Boise, Idaho. And
Girl,
you in London.
You ain't just limited to New York, you worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Get your little boo thing from Croatia or somewhere.
that's not how that works. Like,
Nah, Tasha be everywhere. And she be looking good doing it, okay?
it's
Yeah.
girl.
Boot
That's
thing.
not how it works. Like the apps don't work over there either. Well, I mean, for white men, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Are you open to dating white men?
Let's not start that conversation. Cause
Oh.
we about to get into divesting and all that. No, we ain't. Oh man, that's gonna open up. That's a trigger.
okay, next red flag story. Is it a red flag if they've dated one of your friends before you,
When I was younger, yes.
but now it's okay?
Depends on how extreme the relationship was.
They've had sex.
That's everybody's had sex.
That's wisdom talking.
Is dating this bad?
As this
Yeah.
question,
Well,
It's-
I feel like sometimes it's unfortunate though, because I will say I've met people that I really hit it off with, and then we will go on a date or we'll hang out, and then come to find out, I find out that they've, dealt with somebody that I know, and it's just like, damn.
how can
I
you
feel
put,
like it's like, how well do you know them?
you can't own it. You can't own something you had and you don't have no more. You can't put you
I
can't
think I think it also depends on if that other person has moved on. Like, do you want to circle back around to this nigga?
Okay, so here's a question for you. So if your friend X and you randomly like link up one day and it's like greatest vibe, everything, and you keep it cool and it's just conversation, and let's say after 2 months you still talking to him, but now it's starting to like, it's growing. Shouldn't you just be able to hit your friend up and say, hey, is it cool if I holler at such and such beyond just friendship? And keep it moving.
Like my core group of friends, absolutely not.
So you care more about your ex being your ex than your friend's happiness. So
Yes.
So you're saying that the shoe was on the other foot, she came to me and she was dating me. Now, I feel like I might be more lenient. Like if they came to me and said, I want to be with this person, because I know how I am about people. Like when I'm done, I'm finished. Especially if we were in a relationship, I don't want that no more. Be great. But I don't know that I personally would want to date someone that a close friend of mine is like been like.
So what would you choose, your husband or your friend?
Listen, you gotta be a hell of a
Husband.
hell of a person. Like,
But how would you know? Like your friendship is supposed to be your friendship, which is timeless, and y'all, especially. Oh yeah, and look, you know what I'm saying when we talk about friendship, right? When we talk about friendship, right? The level as far as like over the period of time, once you've been a friend with somebody and you have that level of friendship, that's there. You shouldn't have to question your friend.
I also feel like like your friends, like the ones that like had a chokehold on them, like so like you already know them. So if I haven't heard of this person, I'm gonna wonder why. So that factors into it too, because I know who had you in a chokehold. I know who had you like,
How many chokeholds they've been in?
Listen, life is long, child. About your business.
Okay. Being judgy over there, Mark.
So look, so if my man's like, yo, ex wasn't even his wife, that was his girl, but I mean they was like that, right? So much so she called me like I'm her big bro, like that's my little sis, and we still cool to this day. That's never gonna get violated. But stop thinking these dudes that were great dudes are yours forever. You missed that shot. I don't care how much you felt for them, you ain't getting them back, and you just said no, go back, but she can't have them.
I think that it makes, to me at least, I'm only speaking for myself, it would make me question especially if it's in my inner circle, it would make me question my friendship with
Does she want what you once had?
Why would you want what I once had? That's
He's
my
y'all
question.
friends and y'all got similar tastes.
Dude, he's better for her. That's fucked up.
Clothes you ain't never wore. You
If
ain't
it
never.
was like a casual relationship, maybe, then okay.
I didn't
If
say
it was
then if y'all was like this, nah. But if
okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, no.
that's with some dude for a year,
A year's a long time.
That's a long time, child. Woo.
if you mess with a dude for a year, 5 years later, Tasha's like, hey, you know, remember Tony? Man, is it cool if nah, that was my guy. That means you got plans for Tony in the future if they ever come about, but yet no go back.
Okay, so into that respect, okay, so I think if we were more like talking every day and we're like this and we're like sister, sister, then I'd be like, girl,
Too close.
why would you want to?
Love
But if it's more like okay, girl, like I fuck with you, you fuck with me. When we link up, we're cool as fuck. Then all right, man, I might let it slide. I'll be like, all right, fuck with him, girl. He got money, he got a big dick, he cool.
Dude, we can't win for shit, man.
I feel like it's layers to it, like inner circle, girlfriends. Because obviously, like if y'all are tight, you already know who they've been dealing with, so you already know who's off limits. So you can't just accidentally fall into something, right?
Right.
But I feel like associates or like beyond that, I don't know. That's where it gets. I feel like that's where the water gets a little murky. I've like dealt with a specific person that I feel like is a wonderful man, like a wonderful man, just not for me. And he's still single. When I have a good girlfriend, I'm just like, your personality complements his. I even try to like hook that up because it ain't never happened, but I would be completely okay with that because I don't see that man like that. Even if we did a thing, like I don't see that man like that now. Like I know, like there is no chance in. I don't care what happened to it. There's no chance that that's ever gonna be a thing. So I wouldn't feel a way. I wouldn't feel uncomfortable to see him with someone else because I want him to be happy because I think he's a great guy. He deserves.
Drew, why do you look confused?
No, I had to put the pieces together. Then I realized that she was actually making sense. So yeah, I got it. I had to do the math real quick, but it makes sense. No, you're right. You're right.
Women always make sense.
Nah, I don't. No. No.
Y'all just
A
don't
lot of
listen
times
hard
you do.
enough.
Okay, next question. Is it a red flag that your partner still has old photos and videos saved in their phone of them with their ex or of their ex? You know.
Yes.
I delete my life for you.
Mm.
I'm saying right now, I get into a committed relationship. All them videos and stuff I got saved, even the ones that you ain't supposed to talk about, I'm deleting all that. These are all consensual acts. Just
Are they alive?
Wait,
Are they living?
the ex?
Yeah, because if the ex died, like I mean, like I might have a couple pictures.
Oh, I
Okay.
see what you're saying. Yeah, like, oh man, like
But you know, like, okay, what about explicit pictures and videos?
So because I thought that's what you was like. You'll delete all like the freaky.
I mean, any like yes, but I'm asking now, like most specifically on a deeper level. Is there a difference? If it's explicit or if it's just normal, is there a difference? You can have one, but you can't have the other?
So I should delete my trip to Aruba because we ain't together no more.
I don't all right.
But no, I'm not talking about like freaky deaky videos. I'm talking about like a trip. Like, okay, so I say like this. I've gone through my phone and deleted pictures of exes. And I'll go in, I'll find clumps of like pictures and I'll delete the ones that just were just random, like whatever. But I don't delete my life experience with a person because that happened. Like, why?
Well, why were you experiencing that much life with that person? I mean,
because they were in a relationship.
Talking about exes, ex, not
Why was you happy before you met me? This doesn't make sense.
yeah, why were you happy for real?
I'm confused.
You were smiling before you met me? You went places before you met me?
Ew.
Ew, right, ew. That's a turn off. That's a red flag for me.
Oh, terrible. That's why you only got 4,000 photos on your phone. And the rest of them selfies.
You don't know me.
Yeah, nah. To your point, I think there is a red flag. If you got, because I know the kind of pictures you're talking about. We ain't talking about the group family, the group picture, the church picnic. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we talking about, you know what I'm saying? Y'all cuddled up, whatever. The where you behind her and like you got like your arm around and y'all take a selfie together, whatever. You kissing, she like all that. Yeah, nah. Yeah,
Mark, are you reminiscing as we speak? Like, what is happening?
It's not reminiscing so much as it is wishful thinking.
Because she looked too pretty in that picture. Delete that shit. Okay? She's smiling.
Watch this. But that's my son's mother. So my son can't see pictures of me and his mother together.
Well, damn. All right. You gotta go with
baby.
That's a fair caveat.
Not going to delete my life because it makes you feel uncomfortable. That's your shit. You gotta go to therapy about.
But you said, okay, you just threw a new thing in there. You said, I have a son too. I did delete all the pictures of us together, but still, if that's something different. Now y'all don't got no past together.
No, it's not. What's no? It's
I don't
no.
know. I just feel like the explicit stuff, not the regular, like we went on vacation or we were living life or it's family. Okay. But the sexy videos
But
and
if
the
you
sexy pictures,
30 those,
what you need that for if you're in a new relationship?
that's just your life. So what? Now, if
All
you want,
right, Mark. Well, maybe I need to go to therapy some more. Okay, I'm not perfect.
that's you ain't on your phone reminiscing and it come up on your little Apple reminder for your past.
Oh,
Okay,
don't come up on that yearly like 2 years ago today.
I gotta stop, yo.
Okay, I'm gonna take it a step further. Is it a red flag if the person you're dating still has photos of his ex or her ex on their social media page? Does that
Yeah.
make sense? Because the people can see this
Yes,
in your phone,
yes.
in your business.
That's it's a family picture.
Okay. Because you got kids or you're, yeah, okay.
I'm like, but it can't be like a family picture with you, her, your family, and y'all don't have no kids together. It's just some random Tuesday. That gotta go too.
I agree.
You know what? I always say this: just don't post people on your socials. Keep life easy.
Don't play with me with that.
What?
You can post me.
I don't know. It depends. Like the girl I'm with, like when I get in a relationship, I don't know if I necessarily want to post her. Like, or I'll tell you like this, because like I make a type of content where people get very angry. And I don't want people spamming her inbox and all that. You know, she don't deserve all that. So it's
What
like
kind of content?
I debunk misinformation. So a lot of vaccine and science and misinformation. I'll debunk that. If you want me to post you, I can post you. I ain't gonna tag you, but I can post you. But, you know what I'm saying? I could do that. I'm actually open to doing that. I can post and not tag. That way she's protected, but y'all know somebody in the picture because they literally in the picture. So look, when you switch teams, you're supposed to turn in your uniform and all the team apparel, and you wear your different gear. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how the game go. When Russell Wilson got to Denver Broncos, he wasn't still wearing Seahawks a jersey. His helmet say Denver. You know what I'm saying? Got the Bronco logo on it. You need to. We got to be as a team, uniformity. Let's do this. You can't be presenting like you still. We know what happened in the past. You won a Super Bowl. I get it. It's cool. But now we here.
It's a good analogy. I like that one. That social media stuff did be so tricky though.
They can.
Post your shit all day long. Other than that, you can drop me in your story if you want to make them feel comfortable.
There you go.
Drop who and where?
Yeah.
In your story?
You'd be mad if your
So
person.
that's all the likes you get is in the story that lasts for 24 hours.
Right.
Not the post.
But you gotta put in the highlight. But you gotta make sure they make the highlights. You gotta put them in the highlight.
The crazy thing is that stuff don't even that
Yeah, if
stuff
that
like
shit.
that really bothers me because it really don't even make a difference because I tell you like 75% of the men that are in my DMs are married or in a secret relationship or in a public relationship. They don't give a fuck. They say like today I posted that I look when I was in Bermuda yesterday, posting them pictures. 75% married in a long-term real ass relationship or whatever. Saying some wild shit to me. So it's just like I don't even know if that even doesn't matter if you get posted because that's just humiliation at the same time. You don't know what's happening, maybe.
I feel like for me, if somebody were to post me, it would just stroke my ego. It don't stop no shit from happening for real, for real.
Don't post me in public and then play me in private though. Otherwise, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Not to embarrass me while you with this other girl DMs.
Okay.
What she got on a bathing suit? You ain't ever seen a woman in a bikini before. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So Louis,
You ain't got to say it. You ain't got to slide in the DMs. You ain't got to. You could just throw a heart on it like everybody else and get pushing. Like you ain't gotta say nothing.
Okay.
You gotta say nothing.
DMs be jumping like that. I be always wondering what happens.
It's not jumping if it's from somebody that's attached. That's not jumping. I don't consider that jumping. I did say 75%, right? That's not jumping. That's I can't do nothing with that, baby. Keep that. Thank you.
I mean, but in Tasha's defense, have you seen her pictures? Because I'd be like,
yeah.
Thanks, girl.
She look good in your pictures. I'd be like, yo, she's living her best life.
Not reeling in the right ones. That's my concern. Like it's just giving me more people that I can't do nothing with you. Get out of here.
I feel you, but one time my friend looked at my Instagram because he was like, I want to see who's in your DMs. And he said, no niggas be DMing you? I was like, no. It's all women. It's nothing but women.
Yo,
Oh, okay. You out here catching the ladies.
On some
You
like,
can't-
hey girl, where'd you get your top? Where'd you get your
Right, right.
lipstick?
Accessories, clothes.
I'd be like, Fashion Nova.
Compliment. You could have left the compliment I was giving you and been like, yeah, that's right. They coming for you. You like, nah, you want to know about my top.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, with the I see you. Go.
Okay. Girl, where'd you get that wig from? I'm like,
Oh my god.
yo, that's the downside of dating girls that do hair. Like, cause you start learning stuff, and then like you can't settle for mediocre no more. Like there was a time where I could overlook, cause I wouldn't even recognize, I couldn't even notice like lace in the front. Like now, I'll be looking for it now, cause like I dated a girl, like she's a celebrity, like she do hair like for the celebrities on that land job, and I learned a whole bunch. I was like, oh, that's what that. I look for little details, like, see, look, I can see the lace, I can see the lace. It ain't melted.
wait, do you
That's
really look
fine.
at that stuff?
I do now. I can't help it. I used to not.
She brought it his attention. Once you know, you can't unknow.
You can't unknow. You really can't.
But
why-
Brittany, does that like not like that sometimes when girls have that bad wig, like and you could clearly see it, like just be sitting up on their forehead like a hat, and the guys be like, "That's not your hair.
Okay.
That's not your hair."
The worst is when you grab a woman anywhere on top of her head for any reason. It don't matter. You could be like, hey, shorty, you stupid. Just grabbing them like, and then you just, like you grabbing a football, shorty. I swear to God.
Wait a minute, Mark. Now, why would you be saying, "Oh, shorty, you so crazy"? Like,
Wow. There's only one reason why your hand should be in that position, but I'm telling you, like,
Nah, hold on, wait, nah, you know what I'm saying? It could be a couple of other reasons.
like
praying
what?
for?
I'm thinking of
What you praying for? Father God,
Be
we
like,
really-
shorty, you so funny.
No. I'm just saying it'd be like there's other ways it can happen. I can't really think of one right now, but I'm promise.
Okay, last red flag question. Is it a red flag if your partner maintains a close relationship with an ex's child or children? Plural for Drew.
No.
Nah, always Marty Ma love the kids.
But if you talk
So,
to
see-
you got to talk to the parent too. That's,
So you know how old is the child?
and that's what I'm saying, because it might be a younger child. So that means
Let's say a younger child, just for the sake of this argument.
you have to, contact that parent.
No, I got
yeah,
but
you got it.
he was dating this girl for about a couple of years, and she's still tight with his middle daughter, and she comes to like family functions, but it ain't got nothing to do with him. I promise you. Like
Mhm.
he's married, got 3 new kids, the whole 9 yards, but she stayed tight with his daughter. I don't think anything is wrong with that. If you care about my child and you want the best for them, and I know your type of character, and you're going to be in their lives and they can count on you, well, come along. There for it. Absolutely. It's always the kids is like, come on now. Like kids need a village.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think you made a point though, consistency. Like if you just gonna drop in and drop out, then just stay out
If you doing it to try to get out,
like that.
like get the fuck. Yeah. But if you doing it really for the kid,
Yeah.
Mm.
with it, because you know what? That person's also not going to violate and show you any other, they're not going to be stepping over the boundaries. Like you ever met a dude or met a girl, man, and she, like they know the boundaries. They don't step outside the boundaries. Like if you might have been with somebody in a particular point where y'all were together, but then when you're not, they don't cross the line. And I think that's really where a lot of people need to learn. Like if you're not in that position, then don't cross the line or relinquish the friendship, relationship, whatever. But just know look and set those boundaries too.
No, that's not a red flag. Like, you can't just be hopping in and out of kids' lives like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're still, they still got a lot to learn, and role models are important and stuff. You can still make a positive impact. And me, particularly black kid, you know what I'm saying? So like, no, that's not a red flag. That's a green flag. That's cool. I ain't tripping.
It's a lot at that time, and you gotta realize what you're putting into. I think it's fucked up that people put that time into kids, and don't get me wrong, I'm a victim. I've been it. I've done it. I know I've been in a kid's life in one way and not there anymore. And that shit don't feel good.
Are you not there anymore because the other, like which parent was like they weren't cool with it?
Yeah, I mean, it's more so about like, I hate to, it sounds crazy to say, but I can relate to Ken at the end of the day more about the kids' future and what their life looked like versus giving a damn what their mother was dealing with. So like, you got a good kid here, and unfortunately we not together no more, but yeah, like I like, you got to move on because I can't deal with you. So if the kid's old enough, and I think the kid can maintain that relationship, and you can be a part, even if you just a voice, somebody they can turn to and talk to, that's great. And it ain't got to be every day. If they know they can call you anytime at any place, and they do reach out, then you've done your job. As long as you're there for them when they need you, that's it. And if you can't be, then don't be, and move on, and pray for the best.
Okay, guys. We've come to the part of the show where we turn the tables and allow our guests to take the reins. So you guys get to ask me a question, since I've been grilling y'all all night, that I must answer. So anything I want to circle back around to, a new topic, whatever it is, this is your time.
So I was taking some notes.
Oh my God. You know what?
Is that a travel brochure?
No, I wrote on the back. I wrote on the back.
I do have a question.
Yeah, go on, get down.
Do you, Tasha, you met someone, you guys liked each other, maybe the connection just didn't happen for whatever reason. Like, I know that you said you wouldn't necessarily, if it didn't happen, it just didn't happen. But is there anyone that you could actually see yourself? Like, I kind of regret not trying to work through certain things with that person.
Like a missed opportunity, right?
Yeah, like a missed opportunity. Like, if you knew then what you know now, like if you knew then that dating is just trash now, do you feel like you would have worked through certain things that back then you were like, this is a non-negotiable for me?
She want to know if you would have chose your consolation prize instead of
No, I don't think I have anybody like that in my past. I truly feel like everybody served a season or a reasonable lesson, like for real. I truly believe that. I've dated some amazing men who have, like, a man that taught me what love was, like my first experience with knowing what it felt like to be in love with somebody. And even though I was in love with him and we didn't end on bad terms, our lives they just never aligned. But even if they could align today, I still wouldn't. And it's kind of hard to explain why, but I feel like he played the role or showed me what I needed to see. It doesn't mean that everybody needs to be forever just because you have that connection for that moment. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking about, he used to write me letters in the mail, like poems.
Handwritten?
Yeah, girl.
all that.
And this was back in the day when you had to go to pay your phone bill in person.
But
So
y'all had
he would go and pay my phone bill, and I would go to pay my phone bill. I was like, you gotta pay. And we was both broke. But he would do stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, he loves me.
Wait, where is he now? Not for me. For me.
He's still single. He's still single. He's still in. But the one thing about us, it was always long distance. It was always long distance. But even when we could be in the same place at the same time, we try to make it work. It just never worked. Because we just have two different, I don't know, we're on two different paths in life. Like, they're never going to cross again. I mean, I can't see the future, but I don't foresee them crossing because we're just so different. But we're still cool. We're still cool. But he showed me a lot. And that was the growth that I needed. And he gave me that. But outside of that, I can't see spinning the block for anybody. What?
No, I was giving you all of us, we on a journey. We all going through our ups and downs, and you know what I'm saying? You might be here longer than you think you meant to be here. And so you might gotta get some shit out the way, because your forever person might cover that last 50 years. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a red flag when she talk about a dude in her past and she stutter when she talk about it. Like, he was
Maybe she has a speech impediment.
No, I mean, because I haven't had.
She ain't got no speech impediment. She ain't Joe Biden. All right, we ain't. That's that.
Oh, him like yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just thinking about it kind of made me sad, because I'm just like, damn, nobody has been that romantic and put that much effort and time into
why
in a long time.
Why would dude listen? No, all jokes.
He was a different kind of dude. He was just a different kind of dude. He really I feel like he was special. They don't make him like him they don't make him like this all the time. So yes, but that doesn't mean he was for me. That means we share what we needed to share. And it was beautiful, and it still is beautiful. It's always gonna be beautiful. It's never gonna leave my mind. I still got to this day, and that was freaking 17, 18 years ago.
Hold up. So you don't think they make these dudes no more?
I mean, if they have, we haven't crossed paths yet. I mean, I hope they do because I hope that's what my husband is like because I would love that extra effort of just special. Like, I know I can send you a text message, but I'm gonna send you a letter. I'm gonna write you
Ah,
a poem. I want
Oh,
you to have this on paper forever.
yeah,
Like,
you sit here, you can't say that like that's what that's why I say y'all crack me up. It's like you sit here and say that's what you want, right? But you got to remember that came from dudes coming from a place of this is who I am and this is what I want. So I'm gonna come at you correct. So the dudes that got played, they started acting different. And then when they got to a place where they were power and money, they started shitting on the people that were below them and doing them like they were done before, right? So what's
baby therapy.
I mean, he wasn't a guy that had never been done dirty before. You know what I mean? He had his heartache just like I had, even at that point.
how
But
was he?
that didn't change. Even now, who he is today, like it hasn't changed his heart. Like he still has the same heart, and he still is the same.
Why do men
Yeah.
do that though? Why do y'all get hurt one time in third grade and then y'all just can't let it
Right,
go?
it'd be so
Because y'all don't
crazy.
understand.
Way back in the day.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I explain it to you right now. Because society don't make space for us.
Hmm.
Like society don't make space for us to be heartbroken and vulnerable and all of that. First of all, we was already going back on what the expectation is for us when we decide to say, "Hey, man, I'm dedicating everything to this girl right here. I'm being vulnerable, opening myself up there." And you know what they call you? Simp. You know what they call you? Oh, this dude, oh, he whipped, all that type of stuff. So I've already gone back against the expectation from society. And then when I get broken and ran over, and she take my heart and she chew it up and spit it out and step on it and she do the heel toe on top of that bit. And then
Not
now I'm
you.
sitting there, I gotta recover. And then on top of that, I can't talk about my emotions or how I feel because society say that's weak. So I gotta find a close group of people that I can actually do that with. Where I mean, legitimately, where I can be like, "Man, I don't understand, man. I really did everything I could." Like to have those type of conversations, man. Like they tell you, you're not allowed to do that. And so we like, you know what? Once we survive that encounter, we like, I don't ever want to feel like that again. It's not just the fact that that didn't work. Your identity is shaken as a man. It's like that toughness that you thought you were, and you start to believe the dumb stuff. Like so, it's a level of vulnerability
Well, can
inside,
I
and
ask you a
that's
question about that?
hit me.
You said that you have built a platform on debunking scientific truths or whatever, right?
Misinformation, yeah.
Misinformation, right? So, and I guess you've built a following from that.
Yeah.
Okay. So something that I did personally, because I feel as though how you talk about how men can't be vulnerable, Black men can't be vulnerable, they can't do certain things because they're seen as being like a simp or something like that. What I did is sometime last year, I took my social media platform and I started a series where I showed that Black women specifically can be vulnerable. We can talk about our emotions. And I got a lot of backlash from it at first. But then going forward, a lot of other Black women came out and they were talking about how they were hurting just as much as I am or was. And it built an entire community. So maybe that's something since you're not the first Black man I've heard say that. Maybe that's something that you can build a platform on in order to create a safe space for Black men to say, listen, I'm hurting. I'm not weak because I'm hurting.
So I had a little bit of an outlet, but even with that, it's still a whole lot of work that I had to do, to try to get past that heartbreak and all that.
Right.
But to the other point, I feel like society tells women that it's okay for y'all to hurt. Matter of fact, y'all whole
They
identity
tell
be around
Black women
hurting.
that?
Have you ever listened to a Keisha Cole album? The whole thing be about hurting. Look,
So can I
all I'm
say something?
saying,
Like, I feel like it's so different. I think that because Black people have expressed themselves in artistic ways, it is received better when it is in an artistic expression. But when we are just sitting here like how we are talking, and I say, hey, Tasha, I'm hurting right now. I don't know what to do. Or you say to your friend, I'm hurting. I don't know what to do. And it's not seen as an artistic expression. I feel like people judge that. And I feel like even as Black women, I think women as a whole, yes, we are allowed the space more than men to be sensitive. But I think if you even take it down a notch, and I'm not trying to make this about race, but I'm just saying, like, as Black women, I know I'm making it about race, but as Black women, we are not allowed the space to be like, dang, I'm hurt. Like, I'm hurt. And I think that society is used to us being either angry, they're used to us being funny, they're used to us being, other than saying
Finding a way to mask it.
yes. Yeah.
Who are you masking it from? I think that a lot of times, like you built this hardness up of this belief that you got to live this life of being here, but it's not necessarily that you got to be here and be so hard and be so strong. You just got to have men in your life that are going to be there. And I think that, unfortunately, like when you break it down, if somebody's telling you that you don't have that, if you don't have those men in your corner, if you don't have a guy that you can call to be like, I need your help, and he's there for you, then you're investing in the wrong men. And men need women the same way. Like, I need a woman I can call and be like, hey, I'm having a hard day. I want to talk to you about some shit. And you my friend. You ain't my relationship. I don't have to count on you. I ain't got to worry about that emotional support from a place of love and in the relationship side. Like, you my friend, so I can talk to you. I trust you. And I think that's a lot of what's missing. Like, yo, it's okay to have a friend that's a woman. Yo, like, it's okay to have a dude that really cares about you, and let that friend zone be real. And even if he's in the friend zone and it's forever friend zone, or passing through it, a dude that care about you and your overall well-being is never going to leave you out there. Let that sink in and accept that information that they're giving you, because they're going to shoot straight from the hip, and they're going to tell you when, and men need to do the same thing. Like, women will tell men, like, when they slacking, and then you're not listening. What do I know?
A lot.
Hold up. I like how we got off of Tasha. Hold up. I got a question.
Oh.
How the heck? I like how, yeah, she was like, you need to slid on out the back door. Nah.
Little bit.
We got one question left.
Hey, Tasha, I want to ask you, because you asked some good questions. We already know
No,
you ain't
Tasha
spinning the
asked
block.
some great questions.
I've been trying.
You ain't spinning the block.
Let's not let her off the hook now. She got 2 questions left, right?
Make it good, y'all.
Yeah, let's not let me off the hook.
Dang. All
All
right.
right, she don't spin the block. We understand that part.
Mhm.
Height doesn't matter, kind of, sort of. We figured that part out.
I got
There's asterisk.
pocket sizes and shit and all that. It's got a lot of intricacies in that.
The thing that shocked me is like the struggle of the dating thing. I was like, I just knew, like, oh, Natasha, man, she got a whole Rolodex full. You know what I'm saying? She ain't her, it ain't nothing. That's big pimping right now, boy.
I'm not
I ain't
gonna lie,
got to worry
I thought
about.
that too, Tasha. I thought that too.
Do right up right now. Be a catch state in an hour.
I
Like,
just
that's-
knew she was gonna have somebody peeking around the corner like, yo, babe, you almost done with that with that podcast.
I'm trying to go to sleep, Sean. Let's go.
I just feel like, guys, I just aren't available in whatever capacity that
Emotionally?
means. Whether they're
Like-
like literally attached to someone else, or
Okay.
they're mentally not ready. I feel like their words and their actions don't ever really align. And that's what I've been running into since I've been up here. But it has
What-
just been challenging just to meet people
What-
like up here, though. So that's the thing.
Trying to figure where a dude coming from. Like, what are the questions that y'all ask? Okay, so you got a guy that's your emotional base, where you come from as far as emotions, knowing how to communicate. That's cool. Use that to propel you forward. That's all that is. That was just your emotional
I
base.
I can't control how somebody else moves or acts, though. Like, all I can do is show up as my best self. This is who I am, because this is what I'm gonna give you. I'm showing up day one as me. I'm not doing no extra shit. I'm not putting no sugar. I'm not doing that. I'm showing up as me because I want you to know that this is what you get, and I want to know if you can accept this out the gate. Like,
So what happens?
that's it. Time is of the essence. So I don't want to play games with you. I don't want you to play games with me. So I'm very direct, open, honest. Whatever you ask me, I'm gonna tell you, whether you like it or not. That's my answer.
Yeah,
You gotta
but-
decide what you want to do with it when I tell you, and you got to be ready to hear it. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna be honest. That's another thing too. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna be honest.
That ain't gonna get you where you want to go.
What you want me to do? Lie?
Right.
Because that's just gonna come back around and like, why did you lie to me? Like, down the line, like, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. You want to know the craziest part, Mark? Like, I have never had guys before come to me and ask me if I would have their baby. Like, even if we don't have a romantic relationship that goes, they don't care. Like, it's just like,
you want to go have on a baby. And I'm like, no, because I want to wake up and roll over in the middle of the night and be like, it's your turn. Like, we doing this together. I'm
Right.
not you're not gonna be a weekend daddy on me. No. Like, if we go have on a baby, we really going have on a baby. Like, you got half the responsibility too, bro. We doing this together. And I think that's what I can't, but that's like a thing. They don't want the relationship, they don't want what comes with having a family. They just want a kid. And they want you to carry that shit for 9 months. And then
And what's the average age for
and
it?
then probably take care of it most of the time. And they like watch their child, and they could be a weekend dad just to say they got a kid. But
What's
like,
that?
who's making the sacrifice?
What's
I'm
the average?
not doing that by myself. I'm not doing that by myself. I'm not doing it by myself. No.
What's the average age for a dude like that?
I'm telling you, this is what's happening at my age. They are my age and older than me. So we're talking about late 30s, 40s.
Okay.
And it's happening a lot.
You know, guys that have never had kids and, you know, aren't in a committed relationship and probably don't even want that at this point. They just want to have a kid. And it's
That's
just like,
wild.
so what I look like?
I don't want to do that.
I'm not about to just carry. No.
Like as I get older, I run into more men who just want to have the kid. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, the relationship might not work, but at least I know I'll have a kid. But I feel like it's different for me because I had a kid so young. I'm like, no.
Do you want to have another kid?
No.
You done. You done nothing.
You know what? I think if I didn't have so many health issues, I probably maybe would, but nah.
How old you got? How old you got now?
16.
Oh, you better get.
Oh, you got a grown person. Okay.
Grown.
Oh, snap.
No,
Not
we
a
gonna-
That's
grown
not a,
person.
that's not a kid. That's a roommate. Listen. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say,
like he's like six months away from being 17. He's about to be driving. I can't start over again.
about to be free.
no,
I
for
don't
real.
want to be free.
No, you about to be back in there, and you still young enough to enjoy yourself. This is a blessing. You got out the way early.
Yeah, but I've been running into a lot of men because I'm 35. A lot of men still want kids.
Mm.
And you
And
young
so I
enough to
find
start
myself
over.
dating older because a lot of the men my age are like, I want a kid, I want a kid. And I'm like, I don't know if I can give you a kid. Like
Why you dating young anyway? That ain't the way to go.
currently, recently I was dating a 57-year-old, and that was my speed.
Oh, girl, that was far.
Wait a minute. Let's unpack that. That was a jump. You went to geriatrics. Hold on. How did you?
Geriatric.
That is nursing home age. Let me explain. I'm no, it ain't. But no, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not.
That's the same age as our parents, dang near.
30 what?
My mama is
Mom is
68.
older- Yeah, they like 63. Yeah. That's like a parent range. Like, could have had you, right?
Brittany,
Aren't we
Brittany,
asking
hold on.
Tasha questions?
What?
Nah,
About
you
Tasha.
have this just got a whole lot more interesting.
Wait.
Matter of fact, Tasha, what's the oldest you've ever dated? Let's ask that question, Tasha.
No, years
Look at
apart.
that face. Look at that face.
No.
Look at that face.
Hold up, Drew.
72.
Hold up, Drew. Be careful. Don't ask no
No,
questions.
the oldest.
Years apart. Years apart. Years.
No, I want the age, bro. I want to know the age.
After we get the age after the fact, we want
I mean,
distance.
I think I've had two big gaps.
67.
One when I was no, we ain't getting crazy. Like, no.
Tell us about that flight on the
I was
PJ.
younger, so what I think I might have been 22. I was 20. I was 21 when I met him, and he was probably 36 at the time. But
Okay.
we continued we tried for years. And then as of late, like this year in January, I went on a date with a guy that's 55. He ain't look like it. I didn't know he was 55. He did not
Right.
look like it. He looked wonderful.
So what happened?
Different, fresh out of a divorce, like messy. It sounded like real messy. Like I'm not.
Okay.
So yeah, that's as crazy as I've gotten, guys.
We want to hear crazier.
Oh, so about 17 years. 17 years. That's what we talking about. 17 years.
I mean, yeah, I got a little crazy when I was younger, but he looked young too. But
I
you
see.
want to know what happened down the line with that guy though? So funny. So maybe like 8 years later, fast forward, because I met him when I was 21. I was in DC. He was in DC too. And funny enough, one of my girlfriend's aunts, she was from DC, but she was visiting and she was his age. And she was like, "Oh, I used to be on the scene." I was like, "Oh, you might know him." And he's not on social media. So I had to Google him to pull up a picture. Child, you know, when I Google him, his wedding page popped up. And I was like, we just went on a date like 3 months ago.
No way. Tasha.
Yeah. And that's how I found out he had gotten married again. Yep. Yep.
Wait,
So
he got
messy.
married again?
He was met. He had been divorced.
was
before I met him
divorced.
the first time. He got divorced early.
Okay.
Yeah, before we met.
Hey.
And then yeah, he married he married a young girl too. Yeah.
My man got a type.
Like, oh, this is so interesting. Wow, because I never would have known. He was just talking like everything was normal. Ain't mention, oh, I got married.
I'm these. Okay.
I went on a date one time. This girl told me, she was like, "Yeah, I was on a date with this guy. And he was just like, yeah, I'm married." Just told her straight up, like, and he just wanted to see if she was gonna be with it, like, just to rock out like that. She was like,
It's
"What?"
scary out here.
That shit
That's
work.
crazy.
I
That
feel
shit-
like that's how New York City is. I feel like everybody's just so comfortable just blatantly being committed or married and everybody just being with it. Because everybody's so tied up financially that they can't
Mhm.
afford to get a divorce. Or it's either financial or it's like the look of it. Like we still gotta look like
Mm.
there's some bullshit. Yeah.
That was a good. I like that was a good one, Tyler. You say they got to maintain the look. Got to keep.
In New York,
That's a thing. That is very much a thing that I've learned up here. Very much a thing. They could be miserable, not sleep in the same bed at night, but they together. They together.
Tasha, where do you personally think, like, if you could pick any state in the United States to date, what state do you feel like is the best state to date? If there was one.
Because that's why I moved here. And shit, I'm wasting my time, my money. I'm big mad. At this point, I don't know if there is a place in the States. I feel like I might just need to go abroad. Like,
What?
broaden our horizons. Because this
I-
ain't on nothing.
Spots and think you're gonna find can't move to the worst. DC is like listed as one of the worst. New York is like on the top list for worst.
But you know, I just feel so bad because I just threw all them men in DC under the bus. But I feel so bad because I'm just like, at least I know the places to go, and they would buy a drink. We have a good conversation. We have some kikis. We might hang out. We get our friends together, my friends, your friends. We be friends like all the time in DC.
Yeah.
Here, not even a thing. Not even a thing. Doesn't happen. Not even close. Like I was telling them in the lesson, they just stare at you all night. Like you can be like, give them the eye, give them the, you just stare at you. All.
What do they want you to walk up to them?
Who in
I
that?
know.
Nah,
I'm not doing that again though. I tried that and I got my face bust. I'm not doing that shit again.
Wait, what?
Wait, time out. What?
You said something.
Yeah. No,
They played?
he was in a relationship. But yeah, I shot my shot and he was in a full blown relationship and I respected how he handled it. Like he wasn't disrespectful or nothing, but yeah.
How many times you tried that?
Once.
Maybe 3 in my lifetime.
Men do that every day.
Yeah, but why should women?
Good. I make it easy for you. Because if I give you that, I'm just like, come here. I made it easy for you. I met you halfway. Yeah. No, I don't like to do all the work.
I don't think it's possible for you to like shoot your shot and come up with it. You can't catch a fish.
No.
Aren't men hunters?
Yes.
There had been moments where I felt like I regretted not saying something. So if a moment comes and it feels like, okay, girl, just say something, I will. But
Think the same way.
do I want to? No. You know, but I would if it came to that, but I don't want to. Because I don't want that to start like a domino effect. Like I don't want to always be the aggressor because I've had that too. Where if it starts like that, it ends like that. You know what I mean? Because now I gotta initiate everything.
Right.
I don't want to be the man. I don't want to be the man.
And you too pretty to be the man, friend.
Thanks, girl.
I'm good. I asked my question. She didn't answer that. I am so shocked, but not really now. Because now I realize what's going on. But now I'm just reflecting on my own situation. I'm like, if men are this bad, then why the old girl fumble me? Anyway, I ain't worried about that. We're good. We passed that. We straight.
Did you fumble her, maybe?
No, I don't do that now. I've learned this, and I've had a year to heal up, so I'm pretty much back. I'm like 90% back to where I'm at now. And on top of that, I've met, I've been blessed out here in New York. Well, exactly right. I've met women that have restored my faith in women. I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, there's other options. There's other people. I'm like, this is dope. And of course, it's good to have like good friends and stuff. And every once in a while I pop up, I'm like, oh yeah, there are normal women in the world. See, Tasha's one of the normal ones. Cool. All right, great. So like we ain't got like you know what I'm saying, but like and then getting to date some women out here, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so you can get past that. So I'm good now, but this time last year, your boy was going through it, but I ain't gonna hold it. but we're good now. It's all good.
I wonder why like people don't realize, man, at some point in time you gotta stop and like start putting friendship above relationship. And if you
said start or stop?
Start putting friendship more important than relationship. Let your relationships form from friendships. Like you're not gonna fuck your friend over. And so if you can get to a point where, you know what I'm saying, you have a relationship with somebody and there's a friendship that there's a baseline. Now you ain't got to be best buds, but you got a friendship baseline, right?
Mhm.
At the end of the day, if that person fucks you over and you learned what you needed to learn, but if that person and you got together and it didn't work out or you tried, what you did was you earned two things. You learned a lesson of whether or not you can trust this person because you're still friends with them. You might have a little troublesome time of going through, we were friends, the relationship got a little in the way, things got this and the third, but you moved forward. You know what I'm saying? So like your question earlier, circle back, can you have relationships with people that were friends, et cetera, et cetera? Yeah, you can do a lot of things if you do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So if think about it like this, like as time goes on, in certain areas of life, you're gonna realize shit not what it looked like when you look further back. Because people gonna be around a lot longer than you think they're gonna be around. And sooner or later, shit gonna start crossing over. Trust and believe. A person is your friend and they really your friend, and you're gonna learn who your friends are because they're gonna be there and they not gonna be there, and they're gonna show you and they not gonna show you. So you're gonna find your way through it. People that gonna be around for the longest, you wanna know. And if you find somebody along that way that works for you, cool. But going off the what I'm saying is going off like the strictly off you find them attractive or you think everything is great. Yeah, your attraction is there, the lust is there, whatever. But the way things are now, people don't tie real emotions and real feelings into shit. Everything is off a vibe of, I'm vibing with this motherfucker vibe. The vibe ain't gonna take us through these financial problems. The vibe ain't gonna take us through you cheated. The vibe ain't gonna take us through whatever the fuck went wrong. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. I appreciate that. And on that note, we're going to close it out. I appreciate all of you being here with me this evening. If you would like to let the people know where they can follow you on Instagram, or if you have something coming up, let the people know.
Most active on TikTok. My TikTok handle is Lupus Fiasco. I'll also be in Atlanta on September 28th for a BaldyCon conference. So I'll be there the 28th through the 30th. And yeah, all my social media handles are Lupus Fiasco.
No, AAR Sports with a Z. Everything you look for, that's me.
I like that. That's Drew Comments back in the world once again. If y'all want to follow me on anything, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, it's Drew Comments, DREWCOMMENTS. And you know this. New videos coming up on the way. I think y'all gonna enjoy this. I'm hitting hard, and I hope everybody just stay safe, be safe, and yeah, that's what I got.
All right. Well, that's a wrap for this episode. Please be sure to download the Secrets of the Opposite Sex app to play from home, subscribe to the podcast, and check out our YouTube channel for extended episodes. We'll see you next